Good morning, everybody. It's 4 a.m. and couldn't sleep. Turn this light off. I'm going to try an experiment with this camera. I couldn't sleep because of the humming that's outside. So I built a UFO detector. Just wanted to see if I can figure out what this hum is. I don't know if you can see it wobbling, but I hung that up about 45 minutes ago, and it's still wobbling. I just keep hearing that humming and wanted to see if this would help see what it is, what's causing it. So first thing I wanted to do is go outside. I want to try an experiment with this camera. I'll be back. I think. Maybe. It won't work. Just an experiment. Anyhow. It's still warbling. I don't know if you can see it there or not. Stepped on something sharp in the back a little bit ago. Can't see anything outside. There's the moon. Let's see if I can get this. I lost the moon. I can't see it anymore. There it is. Okay, anyhow, Sheldon's out here now. I gotta get him back in. Okay, I'm back to work. I think. Well, I'm back. It's 9:17 and Corona Days is starting. I'm gonna be late. It takes 4 hours to get there. Let's see where we're at back here. Haven't been back here yet today. We're using 17 amps, almost 18. The wind isn't doing anything. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. The solar batteries is 17 amps, almost 18. We're using 8 amps on AC and 2 amps on DC, which will go down in a minute. Everything appears to be working. It's really cloudy outside. Tempted to ride the bike, but it needs to be ridden. I don't know, I'm missing my 5/8 wrench. Don't know where that's at. What I want to do is go and get that done. Thinking I needed to go to town for something, but I don't have a clue what it was. And I want to maybe rotate the tires on the truck today. There's Shellbot running around out there. Ha ha, I'm locked inside, aren't I? Ha ha. The house down below, I don't know if you can see it in this video or not. They got the roof on it. How do I do that? That's the house down below. Okay. I'm gonna walk around. Got a vermin up here of some kind. Come on, baby. I need to get my APRS hooked up in the truck. check the propane real quick. %65. For some reason, this thing stopped working 2 days ago. But the light was on last night. Let's see, I'm going to turn the squelch all the way up. Let's disconnect this. The radio is working. We'll keep an ear on it. I'll probably have to get the radio out to monitor it. This isn't working. Aha. Okay, so I need to figure out why this isn't working. If it doesn't have data, it won't transmit. Okay. It's been in here forever. I guess it could have died. Well, I'll figure that out. Alright, I get to work. Okay, according to my precise calculations, it's broken. 2 years, either the weather controller has gone out or the power supply has gone out, so I'll have to come back out here later. I don't want to mess with it right now. I'll disconnect everything and take it in the house and work on it. So, 2 years, that's not bad at all. Might have taken a lightning strike. They said they got a hell of a storm out here. As a matter of fact, we took a hit. There was a line going down right there, and it's gone. I think we might have gotten hit by lightning. That happens. But everything else in there is working, just that power supply isn't. So, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, what I might do, Sue found a different kind of weather station. She's using it at her house. There's 2 lines gone, I just noticed. Sue's using a different kind of weather station that uses Wi-Fi. I think we'll just buy one of those and turn that into a Digi, an APRS Digi. Not a problem. So, I better get on into Corona before the day's over. I'll be back. I think. Maybe. Out here at Corona, a lot of people. I'll be back. I walked down the motel. That's quite a ways, kind of hard on me. Waiting out for traffic, then we'll go right down to the end of the block, back down to the motel. If the traffic ever thins out. There's a bunch of people. Not a lot of stuff, but there's a bunch of people. They got the museum open and a couple of other things down there. There's a beer garden. So, here we go. Corona, New Mexico. I didn't think there was that many people live here. Got some folks from the Republican Party here. Lots of people. There's a school district. A lot of these businesses are closed, but this town's really coming around. There goes the museum. And there's a positive energy place that's stealing up all of our energy, sun's energy. They even have a post office. There's the cafe and a little bar. What else? And coming up on the motel. Serving beer right there. And where am I going to park? I guess I'll park right down here. Kind of hot. I left the dogs. I didn't turn on the air conditioner, but it's not supposed to get that hot today. Do what?
The market?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to be serving beer, but they said something about a gas station and a motel.
There's the Corona gas right there. I think it's closed, but on this side of it, they're advertising Corona Market or something like that. That might be what you're looking for.
Okay.
Okay. Corona. There's the Corona car show. Yep, recording. This is Rhonda. She's the owner. She's the one that's serving the popcorn. That happens. I probably got it in my teeth too. Alright, we'll be back. Gotta check out this one. Pretty cool. It's all hand done. This is the golf cart capital of the world, I think. Dog is my co-pilot. Corona Mobile. Pretty neat. One of them here, I don't know where it's at. Oh, the alien one is solar powered, which is pretty cool, except they're stealing all of our sunlight. It's gonna go dark someday. It's Corona Motel. Each room is themed. They have a man cave, a 50s room. I'm not sure what that is. A Hollywood room, a biker room, a beach room. There's a jungle room. The jungle room is my favorite. There is a cowboy room and a couple of others. And in the back, there's a bunkhouse where you can rent the whole thing and have a whole group of people. It's really a neat, nice place to stay. Yes, I'm having fun. But this is a great place to stay if you're ever down this way. I'll be back. Okay, I changed out the battery. The 9-volt battery. I got a feeling that the 12-volt battery in this is probably just about shot. So I'll have to pick up another one. Not a big deal. I guess I could probably go to town and do that. Let me let it run. I'll let it run for a day or two, and then see if it quits working again. If that's the case, then I'll just go ahead and buy a battery at that time. I'm gonna have to go and get my phone and set the clock in that, and I'll be back. Okay, I tested the battery, and it's really, really bad. It dropped to 11 volts just all by itself, so it's lost a cell. And it was still dropping, so it's probably worse than that. It's a non-refillable battery, so I'm just going to drive to town 600 miles from here and get a new one. I'll be back. Notice something interesting. This morning when I left, this was facing about like this. Now it wants to go to there. That's interesting. It's going to try and go to its North Pole every time. But the North Pole keeps moving. So that's kind of different. I will be back. This morning it actually came off the string and landed on my ankle. That shit happens. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, I went ahead and bought a deep cycle battery for this. Got all the tools out here, I think. Gonna need a wrench. But otherwise, got everything out here. And gonna set this behind the battery, or behind the box, underneath the solar panel. And should work. Y'all have fun. I'll be back. Okay, let's go back to the weather station. I got it working finally. It took a while. I forgot one setting on the weather station, on the weather head. It's a Pete Brothers weather unit, model 800, and I've done some additions to it. But like the rain gauge, it doesn't come with the rain gauge, so we have to buy that separate. Anyhow, I found that a vermin had ate the weather gauge wires. Mighty kind of them, I'd say. But it's all there. I put the battery in the back, and it's all ready to go. So it is working now. There's one setting that was not set. The weather station completely lost its memory, and that was the problem. But we got it. It's working. I might head back to Colorado tomorrow. We will see. Sue's building a website. I didn't ever see that before. There's another building out there. Quite a ways out. Anyhow, Sue's building a website on some of the property we have out here that's for sale. I don't even know how to tell you to get to it, to tell you the truth. It's calm out here. I might get the airplane out and fly around. Gotta get this one here published. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe it'll be a couple weeks. Talk to you later.